On June 18th, I pulled into a inexpensive Airbnb where I could pitch a tent and live fairly inexpensively. And the next day, I met some of the people that were already there. One of them was Amy, who I interviewed. I hope you'll enjoy this interview as much as I enjoyed talking to her and listening to her responses. Listen to what she says at the end. I think you'll find it very, very interesting. And she agreed to answer the 3 dream questions. This is Amy, and she has agreed to answer the 3 dream questions. Amy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, the first question is, what are your hopes and dreams?
I have a bunch of hopes and dreams, which is a big giant leap from where I was over about a year ago. I had no hope whatsoever. But now I'm full of hope, and I have a hope for myself, and I have an even bigger hope for mankind.
What is it that you hope for yourself?
My hope for myself, I just, like John Lennon said, when I grow up, I want to be happy.
Okay.
And what I really want, though, is I've been in the restaurant business for 29 years, and believe in the healing uses of medical marijuana, and I want to learn everything I can about that. That's why I came out to Colorado. That's why I picked that place, so that I could learn as much as I can about that wonderful plant that God gave us, and I want to infuse the two and have open a restaurant of my own that has infused foods, because I have a lot of medical issues.
Okay, so you're finding that the medical marijuana has helped you maybe with some of the things that you've suffered through?
I believe 100% that if it wasn't for marijuana, I would be dead by now. I have had suicidal problems in the past, and as long as I can calm down enough and to smoke a little bit or get some of the THC and CBD in me, then I'll be okay in just a few minutes,
Gotcha.
you know. So I think it helps on many different levels for many different things.
Earlier when we were talking in the beginning, you talked about some visions for the world as well.
The world, mankind, humankind. I went through something. I realized in that instant that we're all one. We are all one person. We're all one entity, and I call it God. Universal thought. I don't know. Other people call it different things. I call it God. And I think we're all a part of Him.
I'm just wondering, how does this fit into your worldview or your hope for the world, or what are you hoping for the world?
I'm hoping that we can stop this horrible track that we're on of death and destruction, and it's very, very hard to find anybody anymore that is not 100% self-seeking. And I think it's good to take care of yourself, but it's more powerful and it makes more of an impact on the world if you help others.
And as we were saying before, if we're all connected, if we're all the same thing,
you're only helping yourself.
So
you're aiding yourself, and if you're not building somebody up, you're beating somebody down, you're beating yourself down.
Gotcha.
What you hate about somebody is what you hate in yourself.
Boy.
It seriously is. I mean, if you think about it, that person looks like a nerd. Well, you know what? That's probably because one day you felt like a damn nerd.
Gotcha.
And now you're making fun of that person to make yourself feel better so that you don't feel like that nerd, because that's just you sitting right there.
There you go. Wow, that's really profound. You understand that,
I
right?
know that.
Yeah. So, do you remember your dreams from when you were a little girl? Some of your hopes and some of the things you wanted to do?
I do. Anything somebody told me I couldn't do, that's exactly what I wanted, to show them that I could do it.
Was you talking about rebellion, or are you talking about
well, different
doing good things?
good things.
So what were some of the dreams as little?
I wanted to be remember very vividly watching the Challenger explode. And and I had wanted to be an astronaut before then, but that just was like, yeah, I knew after that I definitely wanted to go see other places.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the world here is so different and off track that it's like I don't even belong here on Earth anymore.
Were there other dreams that you had besides the astronaut?
A teacher. I wanted to be a preacher.
Preacher.
But now, later in life, I've found a great peace and within Christ, basically.
So your Christ plays a big part in what you're
Yeah. Oh, he's my
doing
best
and what
friend.
you're
He's my
thinking.
BFF.
Yeah.
He's really the only person I ever talked to.
Gotcha.
This is the most I've talked to somebody in a very long time. I don't trust people anymore. It's very sad.
You understand this is, people are going to see this?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Cool.
I know. I don't. It's hard for me to trust people because, I mean, because of the way the world's going, because of the self-seeking behaviors of most people, it's scary to be hurt over and over again. You know.
So if you could go back and talk to your 13-year-old self, and you were to say that, or if you could talk to, let's say, a group of 12, 13, 14-year-olds.
If I could talk to myself, I would tell myself to listen to your mama. And what she says, she's right.
You have a new appreciation for your mother now.
Oh, hell yeah. I was the asshole teenager, just like everybody else was. And I made sure, thank goodness, I did it before my daddy passed, because I was a daddy's girl, to make my apologies for my teenage years.
Oh. So if you're going to talk to teenagers, would you say to them, maybe you ought to listen a little bit more closely to your parents? Or
you should listen to your parents for sure. And if you don't have those, lots of those have to work these days. If you have an adult that you look up to, you should find one if you don't have somebody to look up to, because they will help you out tremendously.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to share or you'd like to say?
You really need to start loving one another. They're not going to be here very much longer, I don't think. Well, I hope, actually. Because it's getting bad out here. We need to start loving one each other while we can. Love's the only reason that we're here, I think, is to experience love.
Thank you very much.